I'm just gonna let Karen do her job, and we're gonna go out for our morning loop, probably a 30-minute one today. And then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna show you what needs doing in this house and what is the plan. Because I know that I've kind of dropped it for the last couple of months. I just needed to rest and enjoy what I've created. But now it's time to start getting serious about the next phase. Okay, let's start in the front. And in the front, there are only a couple things that really need to be done. We need to paint the entire building here. This little bit up here needs to be repaired. This last bit of the big flower box needs to be planted out. Now that the water system and the sewage system has been hooked up, I can go ahead and continue this amazing row of lavender to also go under this window. Let's have a look at this lavender. It's pretty extraordinary. It is shoulder height and it has at least 10,000 bees in there. There's a lot of it too. So nice to come in and have Karen working away while we're out. Okay, and moving to the side of the house, it needs painting, priming and painting. I need to point these bits that I exposed. And this pile of extra slate needs to be disposed of. The asbestos I'll give away, and most of this wood goes to Kea. The bench, I'm hoping somebody steals it. So there are things to be done here, but not really that many. Eventually, this pavement needs to be covered as well with some kind of material, but I haven't decided that, and it's going to be a while. Close, you can see that none of the detail work has been done on this side of the house. And there are a couple cracks that need to be repaired. And it hasn't even been primed, so that's what's going on there. It's freezing. I'm underdressed this morning. I'm just getting the dog out for a walk here at sunrise so that I can get on my bike and go over to Kea just for 2 hours and then come back, leaving the animals here. I just need to bring my acorn chips in from where they're drying down at the farm before the rain moves in the day after tomorrow. So that's kind of fun. It's an interesting commute today to work. But by 1:30, 2 p.m., I should be back home on my bike. The only thing that's chilly on me are my fingertips. Everything else is fine. I'm really wrapped up. I've got 5 or 6 layers on. Just got some air in my tires. It looks like they're putting in another fountain in this square. Okay. Okay, I got all the acorn in. Those are the acorn chips I put out just before I left last time. And it's due to rain in about 30 or 40 hours. So that's why I ran over here to get those in. They're nice and dry. Let me see what the time is, because maybe I have time to put the next load in water. No, I'll leave it. I'm good for now. Okay, so now I gotta go jump on that boat that I just got off of and go back. Well, that all went according to plan. I got on the island, I collected the acorns, and I'm back. And it's not even 1 o'clock yet. All right, it's just after 12 and I'm home. It's like a dream. Get up in the morning, go to the island, do a job, come back. It's like it didn't happen. I really like this proximity. It's easy. Not quite there yet. That needs to be as big as a goose's foot if we want to declare it officially spring in Greece. He is waiting for you, Ruby. Okay, just a minute. I'll lift you up there so you can say hi. So my idea is to plant something dense in my backyard against this new trellis that I'm putting up today. Either something like that or something like this. Something that's really gonna take up some space. So that'll make sense when you see the project later today. I will choose according to what grows the fastest. And ideally, I'm looking for a hedge that will grow to about 2.5, 3 meters tall. So the actual trellis is only 180 altogether, but I'm planning on growing some big monster right in front of it. Ne, βγάλαμε. Δεν θα μείνουν εκεί. Δεν θα μείνουν εκεί, έτσι κι αλλιώς. And this is the part that my neighbor comes outside and declares that we are not allowed to do anything there. I completely lost my patience after explaining to her that I had the engineers okay on this and that the building authorities had already inspected the project and found it to be fine, but she would not accept any of this, and so I had to ask my workers to leave. Συγγνώμη παιδιά, πάμε μέσα να συζητήσουμε. Good morning. Yesterday I had another confrontation with my neighbor. This is after winning 2 court cases against her. She's still bullying me, and she refused to let me install a pergola, a trellis, between our properties. I fully intend to get this divider up before I leave for the season. Interesting fact, just to let you know, I have brought this divider in 30 centimeters into my property, thereby giving her an extra square meter in her tiny little backyard, just so that I can expedite the process, because it's clearly on my property. There cannot be any dispute about that. And you know, in the beginning I was playing nice. I'm waiting for a technician from Commute to come and look at the internet connection here, because I'm having a really hard time connecting the camera. At first I thought it was because it was too far away, which could be an issue as well. But when I took it down and tried to connect it right next to the modem, it won't. And it's not the camera's fault. Super slow internet here. I've talked about that before. Oh my gosh, especially now that I have Starlink over on Kea. The difference is phenomenal, just phenomenal. Something that takes literally 90 seconds to upload there It can take an hour and 30 minutes here. So anyway, I got their attention really quickly, and so many things. Ooh, I'm just looking at the rainbow in the background. That's nice. So many things have to happen in a certain order to get past this current hurdle and jump through these current hoops to get this frickin' divider pergola in place in my backyard. So I've been working on that today in the background, and I'm still waiting for some paperwork. And then what else needs to happen here? Of course, the outdoor lighting. I've got the lights and it's all ready, but it needs to be installed. The back gate, which I made, and it's a disaster, needs to be repaired, rehung, and finished. Actually, it's never been finished. Here, we've got some damage already to this, so this needs to be reinforced so it doesn't become a problem later on. Up there needs to be sealed. Let me explain. The roof of that has not been waterproofed, and there is a leak that comes right down the center. So that needs to be completely waterproofed this summer around the base of the water heater. So that's no longer a problem. This green bench, I'm not sure what its future is. I found it from the garbage and I'm a little bit over it. Okay, so that's this side. Now let's go inside and see what needs to be done. Okay, the front room is pretty much done. There are the ceiling lights, and I do have those, but I don't think I like them. I think I want dimmable spots, so I need to go buy those. And there is a light there, and there will be a light there. There are some switches here. So yes, the electrics need to be finished in here. The other thing that needs to be built in here is the ramp, but I have plenty of time for that. I can still walk. In here, it's pretty much finished, but I do need to finish the side trim and painting. So I need to paint really well along here, and then just like this trim has been placed nicely, but not painted properly, I need to continue that trim on the entire ceiling. So you can see in places like that. You can see here there's no trim, so this needs to be finished off, all this corner where the ceiling meets the wall. It seems like a very small detail, but it's these details that really make a place look smart. Aside from that, I think this living area is finished. What isn't finished is the kitchen. This is a temporary situation. It's a very strong table supporting a very heavy piece of African teak. And what I want to do is build a base out of wood. And I think I want to build it around the table. I think I want to hold on to the table for structural reasons. But I want to build a base and have it comfortable enough so that you have a few stools here and it's a sort of a eating area hangout. I have not yet designed this, but I anticipate it will have some kind of storage that opens from this side for things that you don't get at all the time. And then from the other side, it will have shelves in order to house these things. Or maybe drawers, we'll see, I'm not sure. I like it open, but I know it's not that attractive. And my beast of an oven will remain. Anyway, I'm not sure what's going to happen here, but I do know it's going to be made out of oak, and it is yet to be designed. So we have this temporary situation here, which I'm perfectly fine with for the time being. So moving into here, there's plenty to do in this level. This loft has not been finished at all, and I'm not staining it or painting it until the welder comes and installs my loft net. So there's going to be a very, very tight net here, like the ones they have on catamarans, in the air, that you'll be able to just walk onto and lie on and relax. So that needs to be done. A lot needs to be done here. The wood needs to be stained. It needs to be varnished. It needs to be cut. And then after that, after this whole thing is installed, trim needs to be put here. I have the trim, but can't put it yet. Now the entire floor in all of the house needs to be sealed. I have not done that. My bad. But at the same time, it's fine. It's not, nothing bad is happening to it. Okay, I think we're okay in here. In here, there's plenty of lighting that is yet to be done. You can see, maybe not see, but there are some wires hanging down. And there are a couple spots in here. So that needs to be done. There's also some lighting that goes behind the steps. There's also the painting of this wall because this obviously is not finished. I think I'm gonna go ombre from brown to white behind the steps. I'm not sure yet, rather than having a hard line. So I'll just give you another look at this loft. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be an amazing place to have a double bed or maybe a couch, maybe a screen on that wall, but as of yet, not at all finished. Okay, moving into the bedroom. I need new curtains. These are temporary. And the floor. The floor is going to be oak. It's a very small space, so I can afford to make it out of a nice white oak. Barry's going to do that for me, but that probably won't happen until next November. Out in the garden, oh, what to say. Well, there's obviously the separator. That's going to happen soon, within days. The back wall will be painted, and I'll start planting. And then eventually, I'm going to get this whole area evened out and have it paved with the same stones that I've paved inside. But there's a long way to go in here. I'm not opening the door because I don't want to deal with my neighbor. Every time I open my back door, she jumps outside. Okay, I'm happy to report that this bathroom is entirely finished, and it is such a pleasure. I absolutely love it. Just love it. It's so pleasant. It's so easy being on the same level as the bedroom. The closet is finished. This area is finished here. Now, this door needs to be painted. Actually, all the doors, all the barn doors need another coat of paint. But this one hasn't even had one. You coming for the tour, huh? Are you listening to the tour? Huh? Okay. What else needs? Oh, of course, the trim up here. That's been a long time coming. I had started it, but I need to cover up these little spaces. Not a big deal, but needs to be done. The outside of this area here, I will need to put flashing because there's a little bit of leaking in the corner here. And the same applies to this bathroom. There's a tiny bit of leaking in the roof here, right there. So I'll have to address that in the summertime. This bathroom is not even close to being finished, but it will not take very long because it's ready to go. And everything's here, the shower, the tiles, the glue, the toilet, everything. And it's just a matter of getting it done. But I need to fix the leak before I work on that. And you know, it's a third bathroom, so it's not that big a deal. Here again is the place where the ramp is going to be. I think I could stick these in myself, but I'm not feeling that steady on a ladder these days, so I'm gonna leave it for the electrician. You know, walking around like this and showing you what needs to be done is actually very helpful. I feel a little bit less overwhelmed. Everything's doable. I mean, considering where I've been from on this house, how far I've come, what massive amounts of work has been done, the things that need to be done still are really pretty minor. And I'm really happy that I took this winter off. I didn't really deal with the house much at all after Christmas, after getting it ready for Christmas and visitors. And now I'm going to go down to Kea for the season to work. and I'll get back to it next fall. From the very beginning of this project, I tried to do it with orexy, with appetite, with a positive attitude, and really enjoy the process. As difficult as it was, I loved it. So I want to continue with that philosophy, and when it becomes really hard or really stressful or just physically impossible, I just drop it and go back to it later. That's a section. Okay.
Όχι, σήκωσε λίγο πάνω να περάσω. Εγώ θέλω να πάω πρώτα. Ή πήγαινε εσύ και σε αυτή η γωνία. Έτσι. Έλα απ' έξω. Χαμηλώνω. Μίλτο λίγο. Άκουσε με λίγο. Πρέπει να πάει έτσι για να περάσουμε βρύση. Ναι, σήκωσε πάνω, μη ζορίζεις. Έλα έξω. Έλα πιο έξω σε μένα. Κάτω, μη. Έτσι, ωραία. Είσαι τερμάκρη.
Εντάξει, να σπάσουμε λίγο.
Ναι, θέλω λίγο.
Okay, that's the first phase of this project, and the next phase will be putting the wood on, but that won't happen for a couple more days. I left the Pacific permission I have right there under a brick, so all will be understood nice and clearly. Oh, this is such a relief, really. That thing's pretty stable. It's welded in there. Without breaking down the walls, there's no way you could get it down. Sorry, but I'm excited. It's taken a couple years to get this far. Looking through my window, something so simple, and yet it's going to make such a difference in my quality of life here. What are you looking at? It's quite chilly out here, and it's sprinkling, but it would be a good climate to dig in. Okay, so I brought plants and some potting soil. It's a perfect day to do this. I'm leaving the day after tomorrow anyway, so